Hee-haw! Gather veterans, it's time to join the fight. The long war begins in the mobile soup kitchen down in Texas.
This is The Long War. I'm Rob Baer, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher, and now with more, Wyatt Turk. What's up, guys?
Yo, dog, great to be here.
I'm back. So
He's back. But are you back? This could be AI Wyatt.
no, I'm here. I promise I'm not a robot bent on the extermination of the human race.
What does love mean?
Whatever you wanted to, dog.
What's the earliest memories of your... No.
You're walking through the desert and you see a tortoise flipped on its shell. What do you do?
Interlinked.
So, yeah,
all the tests.
we got back, was it yesterday?
Yeah. Yesterday afternoon.
That was the prison break. Fucking dude. God, what a wild... That's like 32 days or some shit like that.
Sheesh.
32 days.
Yeah, it was wild. It was the January 30th to February 28th. Or, yeah.
Because it was Monday. Monday was your surgery day. Or no, Tuesday was your surgery day.
Yeah.
So yeah, like 31 days. Some shit like that. Dude, just wild, dude. What a fucking journey, man.
Indeed.
I did my last gas station run this morning on Instagram.
I saw it.
Went to the QTs. She was hype. How does it feel to be back in your throne?
Oh, man. It's so nice. Like, it's so nice to be home.
For anyone listening on their drive to work, me and Wyatt are broadcasting from the same facility still. He is just in the other room in his king's chair.
Probably has no pants on either, if I had to guess.
I have shorts.
Mm-hmm. That counts as pants.
Okay.
I mean, I'm wearing shorts.
Fair. Okay.
Rob, are you wearing pants?
We just never know. What are pants?
Yeah. If you have to ask, you can't afford them.
Yep.
Oh, man. So we got Adepticon basically this month, right? When you're listening to this podcast, it will be the next month, right? Because it's a leap year.
2.5 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, so 2.5 weeks, Adepticon. We'll all be there. We mentioned earlier in the after hours, so anyone who signed up for the Long War Doubles event, stand by for your tokens to be emailed to you. That'll start happening here really soon. We got the dice. We showed those off earlier. Make sure you come by and pick them up. I mean, we'll probably just distribute them. We're also going to have some other things for sale at the judge's booth, including some exclusive play mats for multiple years now. So, try to make that Skrilla while we're there. But that's but also public service announcement or call to action or recruitment campaign. Anybody who's going to be wanted around the hall. What do we do our event on? Do we do it on Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
So anyone who wants to come by and help out with maybe paint judging or anything like that, just come by and say what's up. We're always looking for volunteers to give us a hand. That's my whole situation. So I'll kick it over to Wyatt, who is returned to us. And now we can finally roll out to the Cave of Wonders and touch nothing but the lamp.
Yeah, dude. Would you rather get paid $100 an hour to seek out geese and stream yourself talking shit to them? Or you get paid on a commission to hang out in public bathrooms and get people to sign up for timeshares?
Who pays me the money, though? Like, how do I get this money?
Fucking Genie Incorporated. But you're not allowed to have other jobs. You're not allowed to seek other forms of income. Like, this is your job.
and it's literally 100 an hour.
Yeah.
Do I get paid? But like if I do it for 15 minutes, do I get the pro rate on that? Like, what's the deal?
No, you got to do it for like an hour's pay for an hour's work.
So I have to hunt down geese and live stream myself talking shit to them. And every hour I do that, I receive $100.
Yes.
Do I get paid for the seeking process, or does the timer only tick once I begin shit talking and streaming? Like,
I'd say like if you included in your stream,
Yes.
you tracking down the geese, and that would be part of it.
Like,
But,
I have like a GoPro, and we're just goose hunting. We're doing it, guys. We're running down to
Yeah.
North Dakota right now. We heard there's a flock of geese going north for the winter. We're doing this thing, and we're chronicling the whole thing. Am I getting paid the whole time?
yeah.
I'm in. You're looking at him right now. Kenny Boucher, the Goose Whisperer.
You know they got big poops, right?
I don't give a fuck.
He's going to make fun of him for it.
Yeah, they're busted ass, blown out beeholes. Stupid geese.
Why would you not take the bathroom gig? Like, it's warm and you just go to one place and
Guaranteed money, dude.
well, so's going to the
You
bathroom.
get paid on
No,
commission to sell
It's commission.
timeshare.
It's commissions, dude.
No. Nobody's gonna buy a timeshare in a bathroom.
Nobody's gonna buy that timeshare.
Depends on how good you are at selling stuff, dude.
But dude, no one in a public bathroom is gonna buy a timeshare.
No.
Okay, hold on. What? Do I have access to any bathroom in the world through Magic?
Any public bathroom, any bathroom open to the public.
But is it like because of Magic? Can I teleport to these locations, or have to like literally post up and drive somewhere?
You have to travel to them. You have to go. You don't teleport.
Does
there.
the genie cover my travel expense?
Sure.
I don't know.
Now we're
I
talking.
think-
Now that's on the table. Okay.
no.
If the genie is willing to cover travel, because, bro, I can't just be like trying to sell fucking timeshares to people at public bathrooms in Florida. It ain't gonna work.
No. You're gonna have to go like New York or somewhere.
Well, I'm
don't
definitely I'm gonna have to spend some time on this. You know what I'm saying? I have to figure this
You
out.
might have to go to Buc-ee's in Ocala.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to- But like, definitely, salesmen need to, you know, like you got to have a good location, so you can't just be bound to one location.
True. So you might as
Now,
well
if
just do the
Genie,
geese
if
thing.
Genie Incorporated is involved,
Yeah.
because it's ultimately a bit, is it costing me money to go to the bathroom to fucking not sell a timeshare, or is that at least comped? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Travel expenses are paid.
Travel expenses
Yeah.
covered. I mean, now we're talking, dude. So like, Rob, like, you know, I have to goose hunt all year round. In the middle of the winter, everything.
Yeah, but I mean, you could get the gear. I'd probably just do that, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, and my job is kind of dangerous. Geese hunting, or geese shit talking, geese. Geese? What's the word for like shit talking? Is there just a word for that?
Oh, I don't know.
What do they call it in Letterkenny when they're like just talking shit to each other? Is there like a word?
I have no
I
idea.
feel like there's like a slang word that they use when they're just going back and forth. God, I gotta come up with my brand.
Banter?
Geese honking. Oh, I'm with that.
Geese.
Okay,
Honking with Kenny.
geese. Honking with Kenny. Yeah, let's go. I'm in. 24 hours a day, live streaming. Snipes. They call it sniping? Geese sniping. Let's go. Fuck yeah.
Geese sniping.
Geese sniping.
Yeah. I will say that you can't like game it though. Like you can't just like stream 24 hours.
No, I can't stream from my kitchen. Like, I mean, I'm streaming on the hunt, dude. Like, we're up. It's 4 a.m. We're here. It's North Dakota. We got the equipment we need. We have the off-roading device. We're going to the location. We got wind. Yo, my buddy Bob down over here said that the flock is migrating north. Like, we're tracking them down. Like, it's gonna be premium content, dude. I know what the genie wants. The genie wants effort.
Well, sure.
Like my life is this now. Like, geese sniping is my life now. It's my identity. JP Ray's like, this is finding Bigfoot, except Bigfoot is a goose. Yeah.
And then you got to talk smack to Bigfoot.
That's kind of my inspiration. It's like all of that.
Yeah.
All of that's going to be my inspiration for this. And my ultimate goal is to get this off of streaming websites and to syndicated broadcasts. Like, when Netflix picks it up, what will the genie say? Will the genie give me a raise?
No. I told you, the only way you're allowed to make money is one of these two jobs.
Right. No, Netflix picks it up. I hire people. I don't take any income. Just so I can up my operation. It's pass through. I take no money. Because the genie's already paying me for this operation.
So you just become broke forever?
No, I'm getting paid $100 an hour by the genie, man.
Yeah, but you have to go do it. You have to be physically doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Yeah, dude, I'm the guy. I'm the star of the goddamn show, dude.
Oh, okay. You're just keeping the $100 an hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this show picked up by Netflix, but I'm not gonna.
But you're still in it.
I'm still the star of the show. I'm the host, dude. And we're streaming. It's still sniping, hawking with Kenny. Like, we're doing this thing, right? But I want to get. But like, will the genie be impressed if I bring my Would You Rather to like a national audience? Like,
you spread it around.
Or am I not allowed to scale this? Does it have to be on fucking Facebook Live the whole time?
Dude, I don't know anymore. Gotta ask the genie.
That's right, JP. He's like, I'm living in Dubai, selling American timeshares. See, that's where you have to game that shit. You have to go to a public bathroom in a country where people don't know what timeshares are. That's the only way you're going to sell a timeshare.
Yeah, dude.
Probably nothing wrong with that.
People who aren't from this country.
I feel like it's just better for the overall to just do the geese. You know?
Talking about hire writers for new jokes, because it's an endless barrage of just shit talking geese, man.
You need so much material.
So much material.
You probably like dispel a lot of myths about geese.
In a way that is really offensive to the geese.
Yeah, dude.
Has to be.
I mean, geese are basically just like long neck fat chickens. You could probably yell at them loud enough, they would just die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Easy. Look at that long ass neck. You know what that's good for? Hot dogs.
Big old hot dogs.
Bet you can eat like 50 cold, uncooked hot dogs at once. What do you pick, Rob? You going timeshare or you going geese? Geese snap?
I think I'm just doing geese, man.
Yeah, boy. Can we be the same operation, or do we have to be rival operations?
Oh, yeah.
Are we in
I mean, you could, if you guys want to both do geese hunt, you can be like storm chasers, dude. You can like get in the geese mobile.
I'm saying.
Rob can like ride shotgun.
You see what I'm seeing in my head now. That's what I'm saying, dude. Bro. Rob is like our fucking logistician, and he's got the maps out, the weather patterns, and he does that whole bit where he's like telling us exactly where we need to go, and he's giving us real ass geese facts, and he's using his encyclopedia knowledge of American road systems to get us everywhere we need to be more accurate, right?
Random facts to have that will come into play.
Scary. What? I cannot fathom that people are scared of geese. This makes no sense to me. Are you guys?
Well, they're mean. They're mean.
Are you just like unwilling to present lethal force to basically a chicken to defend yourself? Is that the whole thing? Like, are they only scary because like you don't want to kill the goose? Like, because I don't get it. Like,
yeah, I don't care what you are. If you come at me wrong,
I have hands, dude. Like, I just grab this fucking stupid.
I'll tell you, like a turkey, like a North American turkey, like a full size one, is about the same size as a goose. And like, if you slap a turkey in the head, it'll just die. Like, so I mean,
that's right, Chris. You can't talk to a dead goose. No. See, I'm not trying to hurt these geese. Just their emotions, not physically hurt them, but like I'm trying to just like emotionally savage them, like. And they're just
no. Like I definitely understand like the premise of the bit. What I'm saying is like constantly there's this meme about geese being scary, and I'm like, why? Why are they scary? Like they're just They're just like a turkey with a long neck. Like they're hollow boned birds with like nothing to them. Like they die super easy. Like I don't know what you guys are talking about. So if it's like I don't want to hurt the goose, so therefore like I do not strike back, and they're kind of scary because they'll just like chase you around endlessly. Like I kind of get it, but it's like if a goose tried to like bite me, I would just kill it.
This is counter to a whole other argument I made one time about how humans can't kill anything because we suck. So now I have to go out to invert my argument. No, yeah, that's right. Somebody came up with Rob's catchphrase. Cletus says, Rob's new catchphrase, geese fly? I don't.
I like it.
Oh my God.
Like we're always driving everywhere. And I'm like, Rob, we will get there so much faster if we fly. And Rob's like, geese fly? I don't. That's like every episode. We're working.
Get in the goosemobile.
Yeah.
Out goosing.
All right. Good one, Wyatt. Thank you. You did not disappoint on your return. So today, we just had Cherokee Open, so we're going to talk about that meat potatoes along with new announcements from Frontline Gaming, and Rob has got some news.
Just a little bit. So this week is Horse Heresy and Old World Week. So we're getting the old Tomb Kings single releases out of the army boxes there, and also the Solo Auxiliary Battle Group, which is the same price as the Horus Heresy Battle Group back in October. So that one's $210. It's got an extra $145 or so in value. Probably not a bad pickup at all. The rest of the releases for Old World, you got Knights of the Realm for $60. You get 12 in that box. Knights of the Realm on foot, which are actually new sculpts for $80. A lot of the things are going to be, remember, Old World's basically like the Horus Heresy version of Sigmar. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that has, those double kits and things. They're going to be going for $80 or what have you, or $60 for the specialist type stuff. The Tomb King in the Necrolith Bone Dragon, though, is $100. Skeleton Warriors, I think there's 32 in the kit, 16 and 16 of each, Bowmen and Warriors for $80. The Horsemen, there's 8 of those, I believe. Actually, no, I think it's 2 squads, so I think it's 16 for $60. And the Chariots, the old 3 Chariot box, is $80. And there's a whole bunch of direct order stuff as well, like the Questing Knights, the Green Knight, and all that stuff. Hopefully, if you're interested in that, you will have time to pick it up, because a lot of stuff's been selling out pretty quick on their website there. So that is the GW releases. Now, there is some rumors about 4th edition Age of Sigmar coming out with Skaven inside of them. There was a big sprue leak of some sort of weapon team looking thing that was pretty cool. It looks to be rather large and has a couple rats pushing it and a big old gun. Kind of looks like the old Empire Hurricanum, if you remember that one, but more Skaven style. So that one was pretty neat to check out. It isn't a big secret that, Sigmar is probably this year for a new edition, because every 3 years they put out a new edition of something or new Citadel paint. So I guess in 2025, we're probably looking at some sort of new Citadel hobby supply drop of some kind, I suppose. Now, Monument Hobbies came out with some new releases. If you missed it, they have a new go bag that's called the Neo. It's about half the size of the Evo one. And then they got some accessories as well. They got the Go Bag Mini, which is some plug foam and things that you can set up, and then it also attaches to the back of the Neo bag. So you can bring your projects along with the bag itself. And then they have something called the Sidecar, which is kind of like a pop-out Molly attachment, like loop system that you could put drinks and things in, but also it will fit those Lampat lights that are only $20 on Amazon that are perfect to take on the go. You just got to screw them into the base and then plug them in. They're only like $20 each. So 2 of those would definitely fit in that little sidecar thing. There's a whole video of Jason going through it all over on their YouTube too. You might want to check out. It's definitely worth it. I'm really excited. I kind of want to get my hands on one of these and see what it's all about, because I got the bigger version, but it's always nice to have a mini of sorts, you know. So I thought that was pretty cool. This was there. Oh, Games Workshop is hiring a senior IP and trademark lawyer to be on their staff.
That's concerning.
Very specifically worded position they are looking for.
Yeah, it's very concerning.
Yes. There was some chatter about that whole Amazon deal that maybe they leaped before they looked with that whole deal and had to retrack. But I think they're probably looking for somebody to look over the specifics of the deal with Amazon going forward. Because remember, they said, hey, we're going to work on the deal this year and the specifics and come back to it in December of 2024. So it's probably more along the lines of that.
I also imagine that like one of the reasons that they posted that news was also to drum up a lot of hype for investors.
Oh, in December?
Like Amazon, so when they announced that like Henry Cavill is going to do his dream project with this like Warhammer 40, it was like it's all over the news for months at a time, right?
Oh yeah,
because like Amazon's not going to foot the bill for like an entire show. Like you have outside investors and other stuff like that for every TV show. That's why I was trying to like. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's happening." I was like, "No, it's not. Like it's literally not happening until the episodes are like on the website available to watch. Like assume that it's not happening until they're out to be watched. That's like the only way that stuff works. Shows can get canceled at any time. They will like fully shoot, edit, and get everything ready for release on like a multi-million-dollar movie, and then it'll sit in storage for like 4 years.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, shit, GW does that with miniatures, whole releases.
Sometimes they just throw them in dumpsters.
What a time to be alive. They ain't doing that no more.
No.
They can't even get enough stuff to produce. And here's the thing. The easiest way, and we may or may not have a whole editorial to this effect. The easiest way to fix the whole scalper debacle. Now, yeah, they've gone back through and yeah, they got the queue and yeah, they've gone back through and they've looked at the orders. Somebody is, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of automation. Maybe it's an actual person is going through and scrubbing and canceling some of them. But the easiest way, and Haspel actually gave me this idea. He said, he was like, yeah, I got all these collector's editions of the Siege of Terra, but now I'm just going to have a stupid paperback at the end of my collection because I can't get my hands on, to
complete my collection. Yeah.
I can't complete my collection. So I'm just going to sell it off on eBay now. And he's like, and all they had to do was just literally put out a sub collector set that wasn't autographed. So who cares about the autograph? I just want the collector edition. You can put out a whole nother run of them, MTO it, or a print on demand. The whole point, the same thing. Do you know? Okay.
You could just print on demand these things. They're their own printer.
Yes. And they literally say, hey, we're going to deliver it in 180 days. Dude, that's 6 months.
That's basically print on demand. That's basically fucking. They're just
all you got to do.
They're just doing pre-sale.
Yeah, it's basically a pre-sale. Like all you're doing is slotting into your lineup of production, and you make the spot for it. Like you're already super behind. You can figure this out. Like it's not rocket surgery, GW. So the same thing with Kenny. Let me ask you this. Or, maybe Wyatt's familiar with this stuff too. So when the Old World came out, they came out with these little card packs for like Bretonia and just generic spells, Tomb Kings, right? Little card packs. They're direct order. Guess how much these damn things are selling for on eBay right now?
$100.
Dang, exactly. $100. Because you can't get them and people want them. And the easiest way to shut down scalpers is to just do, and we said this. Remember, we said this back in Indominus.
I think the phrasing of that's even cut off. Like, I don't care about the scalpers. Get paid. what I care about is that there's people out there who are just people who just want to collect some shit. You know what I mean? Or use, and this is not a valuable thing. This is not a actually valuable thing, right? So it's like, it's more like, don't shut down the scalpers. It's not that. I mean, even though it would, it's more like get product to your collectors and your biggest supporters. This is how you do it. It's like,
because those are whales, like straight up. Those are the people you don't want walking away. And those are the people that are walking away right now. Because you can't get the stuff.
Yeah, because technically the scalpers are the only ones getting the product to those people.
So, I mean, I got to be honest with you, a lot of businesses are pivoting to luxury right now. And in a lot of ways, a lot of this stuff is kind of luxury.
Yeah.
So I get it, but like, that's only going to get you so far. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. I just thought it was a really great idea. And who cares if it's not a signed edition? Who cares if you got to fire up some more pewter and pour it into these molds to get people the Grail Knights? Like, just do it.
Fuck it,
like,
just do it.
Just do it. It's not hard. So that's my little soapbox for today. How to fix the scalper problem. But yeah. So lots of cool stuff out there, and I'm sure we're gonna see some previews this weekend for who knows what. But it's always an exciting time when it comes to new and exciting releases out there on the horizon, because we got Chaos, we got Orcs, we got Custodes, Sisters, Tau. Like there's some fun stuff out there.
What do you mean?
Like there's like the next 4 or 5 Codex books are, a lot of people play them. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to watch
these people. These are like the worst codexes.
You're the worst codex. I literally said Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah, man, nobody plays that.
Nope.
I'm actually kind of excited to see what they do with this whole like revival of the Kroot. They make it to where you can play like a whole army of just Kroot, and it's like a solid army. I'd be very interested in getting into that.
Hello, fellow melee users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for me to not play some big Kroot fatties, because I love me some Kroot fatties and some big robots. And I was like, or I love me some big fatties and some robots, and that army's about to have both in the same list. Maybe. That sounds fun. That sounds real fun.
Bro, Kroot mercenary list slapped back in the day.
Only because people abuse the shit out of them.
Well, yeah, that was like their thing. There's
sneaky
mercs, dude.
Oh yeah. So, is there anything else? Want to swing? We already talked about Adepticon.
We got the dice. So if you're on hand, obviously stop by. If you want to pick up some of the exclusive dice, we'll have like dozen or 2 sets for sale.
Yeah, well, as always, we'll have some exclusive shit you can get from us when we're there. I'll be back in Florida, back in operation on Tuesday. So
there we go.
So I'm not streaming Friday. I'm not streaming Saturday. Technically, we've been running the Iron Bank to the extreme because I haven't reset or anything on my platform for all my reward points and everything. So we're going to be doing a double month ender to open the month. So we're like the cumulative weight of everything since LVO, basically, because I haven't actually. I've been home for 5 days since LVO.
Oh, geez.
And I had COVID for those 5 days. So we're gonna be doing a big event when I get back on Tuesday, but I won't be streaming over the weekend. I'll be traveling back home, back into the Florida Beats Lab, and then 2 weeks to get packages out in the mail, and then we'll see all you fucks again at goddamn Chicago.
Sounds like fun.
Me and Wyatt are keto now, so you have to take us keto shopping.
What?
Me and Wyatt are keto now. We went keto today.
Okay.
So take us. Isn't keto the same thing as what you do?
No. Can he deny in any way, shape, or form start a diet today?
I didn't. I was like, you do this for a week, and I'll still take you to the same place where I shop for my groceries.
I don't understand keto. I thought I was doing keto.
No. You had a sandwich with bread on it.
Fair. I did. I can't deny that.
You can't be on a diet in Adepticon, man. There's all that good food. There's all that pizza, Portillo's.
We're going to be on a diet at Adepticon.
Okay.
So you got to take us to the keto store.
The keto store.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
can
not
you
a
just
real
go to
thing.
Portillo's and just get like
Wieners.
like hot dogs and like, don't they have like Polish sausage and stuff like
Yeah.
that too?
Basically, you can get what I get.
Yeah, so basically when we go out, we just order what Rob orders.
Sort of, but not really. It depends.
Not necessarily. Yeah, not necessarily. Because I could still eat pizza. Sort of.
Yeah, it's just
And
like
carbs.
it's so easy. We'll just go to the grocery store and get food, so we don't have to spend like $20 for 5 chicken tendies at the fucking floor in Adepticon. And if we don't want to go anywhere to eat, we can just go to that steak joint and get a big old steak.
What steak joint?
The one in the Renaissance.
Yeah.
The actual restaurant in the Renaissance, not the bar, but the restaurant.
I always forget because whenever I still how much of your memories are tied to the old location with the Harry's Steakhouse?
That was a good one.
Bro, that shit was hype.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was the old days. Man.
I remember the last time I was there, I had breakfast at that restaurant one time, and they make like a pretty ballin' omelet.
Is that keto?
Yeah, eggs are keto.
Fuck yeah.
It's so easy. Keto is basically just like you can only eat like protein and green vegetables. There's a few exceptions, but like that's basically it. There's no carbohydrates.
It's coffee keto.
If there's no sugar or anything in it, I think it's okay. No creamer, no sugar.
All right. Me and Wyatt are going to lose like 100 pounds by Adepticon.
Probably not.
I ate Taco Bell like 400 times since I've been here, so.
Oh my God, dude. I laughed so fucking hard in the hospital when you told me that shit. Because I heard you on your stream and you were like, I've been eating so much Taco Bell. I was like, wait. I was like counting on my fingers. I was like, he's brought me Taco Bell like 5 times in a month. That's like all we've eaten. And then he's like, nah, dude, I Postmates Taco Bell like 50 times since I've been
That's
It's
too
bad.
much.
It's bad.
Good thing it's authentic Mexican cuisine.
It is. Like, if I could stop shaving, stop showering, I just became a full basement sweaty, just eating Taco Bell, sitting here day after day with cats all over me.
You saw
see,
that?
now-
You saw that comment? Somebody was like, "What happened to Kenny?"
Somebody was like, yo, this man's done. He's like worn out. Look at this guy. So, like, he's looking haggard or some shit, right?
Something to that effect.
There's someone was like, what happened to Kenny? He's not looking good these days.
I finally got Kenny to start growing a mustache, so I just told him he has to keep it now. He got
Just have
past
to
the hard
keep
part.
it.
Nah. Well, then I was like, well, what about my sideburns? He's like, you can still have all that. And I was like, wait, you're saying that I'm going to have all the elements of a beard just cut up?
Oh, I thought we decided you were going to go like
Old-timey West?
mutton chops into the mustache.
Like an 1800s old-timey West mayor of a township.
Yeah. So you look.
Somebody did something in the background and my alerts just went off. So whoever that
man.
was, thanks. Thanks, dog. All right,
We
let's-
oh,
I don't know what it is. There's no way I can fucking possibly know.
I think you look good with a mustache. Look,
If you grow a mustache, I'll grow a mustache.
I'm up to having to shave a lot more frequently. I
You
don't
grow a
like it.
full-on mustache, I will support you.
My body's changing,
But
Kenny.
literally, as soon as I get home, I'm shaving. This is horrible.
So disappointed you could have a mustache.
Oh my god! You seen Arthur has a full mustache now?
Yeah, I know, dude. He's balling out of control, dude.
God, it's horrible.
Like
Your mustache looks good too.
the amount of BDE radiating
No,
from
having
Arthur.
this is a beard. If you remove all other aspects of this, but this. Now you have a mustache and you look stupid.
No, you don't. Arthur pulls it off. Arthur looks like he runs a cartel. Dude, he demands respect.
He used to do it as a gag. He used to do it on his kids' birthdays so that like all the birthday pictures would be him with a mustache, trying to like kind of recreate like how his birthdays looked because his dad in the 80s. So it was
you're trying to make fun of this man. Like that's a gangster move.
Yeah, that's a gangster move. But then one day he just kept a mustache and it stopped being a gangster move.
Nah.
When it was a bit, I was all in. Anyway, let's do a commercial break. Last podcast of the Texas Beats Lab, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about Cherokee Open with Wyatt.
For the best game aids and peripheral tools for wargaming, check out our friend J15games.com. From wound counters and dials to faction rule trackers, these are the coolest tools out there. Designed to be functional and intuitive, these tools help you stay organized and speed up your game. Their flagship product, the Nesting, Movement, and Combat tool, is absolutely amazing. A magnetized measuring widget that splits into 3 different size tools for every situation. And you can get it in 8 different colors. J15 also offers custom ordered dice trays made from hardwood and leather. Check them out at j15games.com. That's j15games.com.
BaronofDice.com, the official dice sponsor of the Long War podcast. Use promo code LONGWAR5 for 5% off. If you're looking for a superior dice manufacturer, then look no further than Baron of Dice. Custom artwork, faction representation, and crisp razor edge squared dice. Remember to use promo code LONGWAR5. Again, that's BaronofDice.com, the official dice sponsor of this podcast. And we're back. Cherokee Open 2024. We had a lot of friends there. Wyatt, break it down for us.
Yeah, it was a pretty good event. Pretty interesting spread in the top 10. We did have a good size of XPZ guys head out there, and they all did pretty good.
Nice.
Our guy Daniel, he made the top 8 and battled all the way to 4th place with his wacky Death Guard list. So that's pretty cool because if you ask like 10 people on Reddit if Death Guard's good, they'd all say it's crap, but he's just been crushing with this Death Guard stuff. He also got some Necrons, some Orcs, Chaos Knights.
Well, who won?
Dark Angels and Custodes. And then, sorry if I don't get your name right, but his name is Noah Noondorfer, playing his Thousand Sons.
Thousand Sons OP, unbeatable.
Except for that one game he dropped. There was no undefeateds in the top 8, which is actually kind of cool.
That is kind of neat. No, but yeah, it's wild, right? Like Thousand Sons. We talked about it today in Tactics. Shout out to, we were back doing Tactics together. It was awesome. We talked about it and we were like, is it the list? Is it the player? We kind of came to the conclusion that like you got to be kind of a surgeon for sure. You got to be like good as fuck with the Thousand Sons. And but there are some sick, wily ass combos in there. Seems like a lot of people know about some of the combos, and we were talking about it earlier. Like pieces of the combos are floating around the internet that people talk about. Like, you know, my man's got like bricks of Rubric Marines that are enjoying the luxury of a 4-up invulnerable, and they're bringing guys back to life every turn, right? So that's pretty fucking nasty, right? They also have multiple access points to re-rolling their saves. So
It's always good.
if you have like 3 bricks of these dudes, which he did, that are all like that, that's kind of hard to mess with. Then we found out they all gonna have warp flamers.
Jeez.
Yeah, we were like, wait, all of them? Why? I had to stop. And he had to like go look, and like we were like, oh yeah, all of them. So now they have access to boosting the AP on these warp flamers, access points to full wound rerolls, and even just rerolling ones or full wound rerolls. They have multiple ways to move fast with multiple units, so they're very fucking fast. They, with the Cabal points and their rituals, everyone has Aramon, because I think everyone at least knows Aramon lets you get one for free. But they also have an enhancement that let you clone one, you know? So you're going to be like double dipping minimum on some of these rituals. And I mean, Doom Bolt, that's a combo like Spencer brought up to us. It's like, yo, Doom Bolt fucks. And you can do it twice. It's just right out the gate. You're just like 2 Doom Bolts. Hitting on 2s, because that's a thing they have access to. You reroll it in 1s and maybe full rerolls, who knows, depending on the situation you're in. You've got the fucking Vortex Beast. That dude makes your range bigger. I mean, basically, you can't hide from them because they also have the ability to make something indirect fire. So it's like they literally can extend their range to such a degree and access indirect fire. Now, here's the coolest part, Rob. Like, their indirect fire, stratagem also makes it ignore cover. So, like, that part of, like, they get +1 to their cover save and shit doesn't matter. Right? So you're like, I don't need to see you. I can make my range as long as I want. Cool, -1 to hit if I don't see you, but I got all these pluses to hit because of second power nonsense and rerolls. So it's like, and I can double cast and shit. Like, it's like, wait, what? Where did all this DPS come from? Like, no matter how we looked at it. Oh yeah, and Doombolt can target lone operator. So it's like, there's like all this straight up DPS floating around the list, right? We didn't even understand it, right? Like, between Magnus, the rubrics, the Vortex Beat buffs, the Zangor's chilling, the triple Exalted Sorcerers in the Rubric squads. You look at all this stuff and you're like, it's some cool units, but when you actually see how the enhancements work, how the rituals work, you realize that, like, they can kind of kill anything in any turn. They can kill anything, no matter what you thought. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter like how you felt your shit was set up, they can kind of kill anything in a turn and be anywhere in a turn and be somewhat resilient. So when you put, but the thing is, it's a lot of moving parts, man. It's a lot of fucking moving parts, a lot of things to manage. You got to be
a lot of micromanaging.
You got to be working your command point economy really well, and you got to be thinking about these, your cabal points. And like everyone says online, once they lose their cabal points, they fall apart. Like, no doubt. But like our boy Noah over here, that only happened once, right? He won the event.
Yeah, if I understand, I'm like looking through the app right now. It's a little weird. So you can see all of his pairings, but it doesn't tell you like which games he won or lost. It's kind of weird. But if I'm kind of doing some sleuthing here, it looks like what happened was in round 6, he played Mark Sumerian with his orcs, and Mark won that game. And then they immediately played in the following round of the top 8. Cool. And he beat Mark.
Oh, I love that
time. So like he
defended his loss.
Right. So that's what it looks like. So it looks like is how the seeds worked out with top 8 was that like in round 7. So round 6 they played each other with the orcs taking the win, and then in round 7, he took the win. Or it's hard to understand because like, so this says the score for Mark was a 0, which to me says that maybe he dropped. Like, he couldn't hang around for the top 8 because like you get 10 for showing up to the table. You know what I mean?
So did he straight up just not play one of his opponents?
What I'm guessing is that Mark forfeited the round because of not being able to show up or something like that, because like it literally shows Mark when he goes 6-0, and then for round 7 he gets a 0, and then Noah gets a 100. So I don't know if like, I mean, if you get a 0, I'm assuming that he dropped, like that he couldn't stay around for the top 8.
He had a catch a flight or something, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe somebody who was there.
That's unfortunate.
Correct us after the fact, but like that's what it looks like. So the only game he dropped was to Orcs.
The last round before top 8 had to get hand paired. This is what someone in the chat saying.
I knew that, but also all of the other rounds have scores, except for Mark. And so it shows that it was a 0 for him and then a 100 for Noah.
which looks like
to
a
me
forfeit.
reads that like he drops from the tournament.
Because you get at least 10 points for losing the game.
Yeah. It's a little weird, but
So we don't know if he actually would have won that game or not, but he won enough.
It was a very close game. Looking at the scores, so for the round where he lost to Oryx, it was 87-72. So he still scored a fair amount.
What about the rematch?
Well, the rematch was the drop.
Oh, that was the drop.
So, and like they played each other in round 6, right? And Oryx won 87-72.
Yeah, well, I'd like to find out what happened there.
It also speaks to like kind of the caginess of playing this, because if you look at his scores, like,
Oh, somebody in
got-
chat saying he lost in round 2 and conceded.
oh, I got you.
So since that was in the top 8, it literally it's just win loss.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't matter like your points. It's just like it's binary now.
So we got that sorted out. But yeah, so like I was saying, like if you look at his scores, there's not a whole lot of high like max. There's no like max scores other than the one where he got the concession. It's a lot of like 70s, 60s, high 80s with like a couple of 90s. So it wasn't out there just like cruising to 100s every single round like some armies can do. Because like you'll look at other players where it's like they're 5-1 and it's like they have 5 100s and then they're 1 loss.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense though.
But then also like this, they're using that like opponent win percent, which I personally disagree with, but there's pros and cons to like every form of Swiss pairing. But like that's the other thing too, is that like if you want to get into the top 8, the number one thing is like don't drop a game. You have to go undefeated. And then if you drop a game, then it all comes down to this like weird secondary and tertiary metric where like did your opponents do well? Because if your opponents didn't do well, then like you kind of get fucked.
Yeah, let's straighten the schedule mechanic.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, they're both flawed
No,
because
strength of schedule is something different.
that's literally straight to schedule. Like it's how
No.
strong was your schedule? Like you played people who did
No.
well.
So the like strength of schedule, as far as this is concerned, is a different metric than opponent win percent. So strength of schedule is like, because every game that you're playing is harder than the last one, given that you're like climbing up through harder pairings, that's a metric in and of itself. Opponent win percent is how well your opponents did after you played them. So how they did during the rest of the tournament. So like, for example, if you do really well, but like the opponents that you played like shit the bed for the rest of the tournament, that drags your score down, which is why a lot of people
But that
don't
also
like it.
that also drags your strength of schedule score down. So I guess they're different maths. Someone in chat says it's slightly different math.
Yeah. Because in common parlance, you're correct. That is a strength of schedule thing. But in terms of like BCP, opponent win percent and strength of schedule are 2 different metrics.
So okay, so they're measured opposite scale. I see.
Yeah, exactly.
I see.
And there's pros and cons to both, right? And so my bias, admittedly, is I like strength of schedule because I feel that you should be rewarded more when you defeat harder and harder opponents rather than being rewarded for beating somebody early in the tournament and then them going on to do well and then being punished if you fought somebody earlier in the tournament and then they shit the bed or like drop.
I see.
Because it drags it takes away all of your it takes away some of your player autonomy and like the tournament structure.
Captain Andrew broke it down really well. He said strength of schedule compares your opponent's routes, whereas what do we call this other one?
Opponent win percentage.
Opponent win percentage measures the quality of their games after you beat them. So one is directly their route versus their future routes.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
They're both. I mean, the thing
like-
is, they both good. I can see where they both are good, and I can see where they're both flawed.
Exactly.
Like because you can't use battle points anymore because that's flawed. People are just like
Just because if you're if the
people are
meta,
colluding left and right. Like people are
and if the meta is like my army can score 100 and your army can't.
well,
then,
even I don't even believe in that. What I believe in is exactly like this. I concede, you get 100. Like that's not real scores, and that is at least 50% of the games. You know what
so
I'm
it
saying?
is good that like they do have all of these other metrics. I do
That is-
definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It's just I kind of view opponent game win percent as like getting chipmunked, and that like puts a bad taste in
Yeah,
my mouth
because
when it comes to
because
competition.
we all know that. Also, if you well, it kind of works itself out though, because like if you dumpster someone round one, they're going to have better pairings for the rest of that day. But doesn't it keep tracking for the day two though? Like, isn't it tracking your opponent's win rate the whole tournament?
Yeah.
So if
Which is
he,
why
yeah,
if,
so if he has,
if
so-
one of your opponents ends up dropping, that's why like
oh,
nosedives your
what do you
score.
do if they drop?
Nothing. That's just how the algorithm works. Like
Oh,
you just
fuck.
you just get bad scores. It's what happens.
Wait, so if somebody drops, I just get bad scores? That's nonsense.
because it counts them as losing all of those games.
Okay, that's not good. That's
Yeah.
a massive oversight.
Yeah,
we
it
should
doesn't seem right.
we should not do that. I'm on record saying we should not do that. So, who did our boy Nolan with the Thousand Suns defeat?
No,
in the
Noah?
final round? Noah.
Noah. He played Necrons in the final round. At least I think that's what happened. So the penultimate round was Noah versus Blood Angels, and Daniel with his Death Guard versus Necrons. And so I'm assuming that like the way that all works is that because Necrons won the game and Thousand Suns won the game, then they played as the final round of the top 8.
So Necrons are not OP anymore, and Thousand Suns are. So was GW secretly right not to give them any nerfs?
I mean, I don't know. I still think the Necrons are like one of the armies to beat. And they also had the largest player turnout at this tournament, if I remember right.
Oh, Captain Edge made another good point. He said if someone drops, it hurts your strength of schedule more than your opponent win ratio. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So they both get fucked by a drop. So they're both flawed. These both suck. We need a better system, guys.
You think we could come up with something?
We can come up with something better than this, man.
I mean, well, if we had seeded brackets, then like sure, but it's almost impossible to do with the way that Warhammer works.
Yeah, that doesn't work either.
Well, plus it says Thousand Suns shit on Necrons because they slow down. They slow them down and have tons of 1 damage. They basically always win the matchup. Rock, flame, or scissors. So like since it's a bunch of 1 damage stuff and like mortal wounds, which are 1 damage, some of your best damage mitigation isn't even on,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they debuff you and they move fast. That's awesome to hear. So maybe this will be like the World Eater uptick. But like
Yeah.
get some press on some 1K Suns, get some people out there dusting off the old Magnus,
Dude, I haven't seen Magnus on the tabletop since like I don't even know.
Magnus slaps, dude. We were looking at him today.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I saw him in that list. I was like, oh dang. Start looking at him. Ain't too shabby.
Have you ever painted a Magnus, Rob?
I have not painted one, no.
I hope you do one day and know that joy of painting that man's jacked physique.
Just straight ripped.
He is. Goddamn most jacked librarian I've ever seen. Magnus is the whole army, is what one says. That makes sense, man. That guy, I mean, he's got some serious damage mitigation and offense combined, and lots of synergies that play off of the rituals and the stratagems. I'm fucking stoked to see Thousand Suns just slapping right now. And I have another friend who I didn't even notice, but he went 5-1 at LVO with his Thousand Suns. I was like, holy shit. So, like, this has kind of been happening for a while. Just not like someone made it to the top. Cherokee Open.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes armies are like kind of a sleeper. It takes them kind of a long time to like build up speed in the meta.
Mm-hmm. That's what it's got looking like here. And so, what was the other topic? Did we have one?
The new policy
the
and
FLG
procedures.
statement.
Oh yeah, break that one down. Give everyone updated on what happened. There's some controversy over the weekend, and some people were already talking about it in chat.
Yeah, there was some drama at Cherokee Open due to a player doing some cheatsy business and getting in trouble. And so, without getting too far in the weeds, it seems like this guy was sort of like patient zero for one of the new policies that FLG is going to be implementing for active judging at their tournaments. And I was like, so this is a post by Kicker, and so I'll just read it, quote, because it's not very long. Frontline Gaming sets the bar for Warhammer events. In keeping with our dedication to this standard, we are implementing the following procedures. 1, elements of cheating, poor sportsmanship, and inappropriate behavior will be immediately penalized at FLG events. Prior offenders will be asked not to attend our events for a period of time at our discretion. 2, hobby standards will be enforced at FLG events, and the traditional, quote, 3-color minimum will evolve to the, quote, battle-ready standard at events later this year. FLG is and always has been of the community and for the community. We are working hard to make changes to appeal to as many of the event-going community members as possible. Rules, format, and yes, even the terrain layout will all be getting scrutinized for the next few months as our existing judge team, organizational staff, and community partners from across the world all help plan the advancement of the FLG event circuit. Thank you for being part of our community, and we can't wait to see you at the next FLG event. Kicker Kaladze, FLG events manager.
You heard it.
There it is. More hobby.
Let's step. I like that. Respect that. I respect that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the hyperlink the battle ready thing, because a lot of people kind of
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, unless you follow Warcom or you, since we don't have like a booklet anymore, right? For people who are maybe only attending tournaments for the first time with like the end of last edition or this edition, the what is battle ready standard may have gotten lost in the shuffle. And so they actually hyperlink to the Warcom article about what battle ready is. And like, really, it's just having a finished painted model, right? It's like an effort metric, not a skill metric. A lot of people kind of default to like, oh, it's like a skill thing. It's really not, never has been. It's just like fully paint your models to show like respect for the fact that like, even though Warhammer is a game and we compete playing this game, it's also a hobby. Like build, paint, play is part of the soul of Warhammer. And so even if you don't like painting, the bare minimum effort we're asking to like show respect for the hobby and your opponent and to like enter into these events is still like not a very high bar. It's pretty easy. Like they even like the official battle ready standard model that they show in the diagram is painted with contrast paint. Like it's literally just an effort metric rather than a skill metric.
It truly is, and anybody who is a good advertisement, yo, fucking I literally teach people how to paint for a living. Hit me up on Patreon. Like that's the whole mechanic, guys. The whole mechanic was painting 2,000 points every 14 days. And that wasn't through that wasn't because of like some innate God-given talent. That was through proceduralizing a basically battle ready standard. And with the only exception being airbrushing, was using dramatic airbrushing and basic battle ready standards combined together in an efficient program that led to that end result. It's actually just procedures. So I understand that in the world of the internet and everyone leading you in different directions on what the right way to paint something is and what the wrong way to paint something is. Oh, I'm going to dry brush at this. I'm going to slap chop at that, whatever it is. People get pulled in all sorts of different directions, and then they end up having conflicting strategies and schools of thought, and then they get overwhelmed and they get project paralysis, and then they don't even paint their models, or they paint them really shitty and they feel bad about it for 2 years, So the best advice I'd give anyone is to, go to one source for your information. I'm pitching me, obviously, but like someone else, pick them. Pick Mohawk Minis, one source for your information. You know what I'm saying? Anyone. Like literally just stick to one source. And that's my best piece of advice I can give anyone for not getting paralyzed. Anyway, that's my soapbox on that.
I think you just got to get started. Like, take the first step. Be brave. Do something.
Project paralysis is a real condition, man. It plagues our hobby, and I empathize. I understand. But I'm here for you, for money, though. I'm here for you for money, or for free. You can just watch me on Twitch for free. I got a free to play platform.
Yeah. Gotta get them skins though.
Oh yeah, man. I wish I had a skin game. Fuck.
Don't sleep on the skin game, bro.
That's my life. You should see how many skins Wyatt bought over the last month. Shit playing on his gaming laptop in the hospital.
Oh, all the Diablo skins? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I mean, like,
gotta look fresh.
My man looks fresh every week.
Yeah, dude.
He's always looking fresh. Well, is that it for this one? Our official Welcome Wyatt Home and Texas Exodus edition?
Leaving Las Vegas.
That's right, baby. Well, I actually forgot the whole move is like, hey, Wyatt, you want to take us out of here?
Rob?
It's back. So that's it for this one. Make sure to head on over to longwar.net for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.